Good morning.
Welcome back to another episode of the Don't Forget Your Shine podcast, brought to you by the Crude Hippie and Unfiltered Divinity.
Homegirl, what is We are just crushing it today, aren't we?
I hope everybody
Yeah.
tuning in is having an amazing day or night, whatever time you're tuning in.
Yes, we are making lists and checking them twice. Call me Santa Claus, and I don't play nice. Oh, shit.
Ooh, girl. Lyrical genius over here.
Right? No, but drum roll, please. I can't wait till we get like a soundboard. I
Right?
might have to. I have a brother, and his like code name is Charlie, and he's actually a producer. Look up. I'm about to drop him. Look up Trailer Park Jesus or Tactical Jesus. I don't know what platforms he's on, but he can help us get like the sound effects. But I want a drum roll right now, right? I want to.
Literally, if we used our podcasting stuff that we have, those things, they have a soundboard. I just need to get a speaker, I think.
I think we need to, yeah. But we were looking at it this week, maybe yesterday. Like all the sound effects. The little dolphin when I name drop.
Yeah.
All right, distracted. Reel it back. Reel it in. Reel it in. Reel it in. Because we handled some shit today.
Yeah.
You want me to go to the list?
Yeah.
This week's to-do list for Unfiltered Divinity, Deepus, the crew hippie. Ship the shit. What did we do yesterday, Sarah?
We shipped the shit. What we mean by that is a lot of the Creed hippie stuff is now going to be sold by Nicole at a misfit market. So make sure that if you're local, that you go and check her out and visit her booth and give us some love and let them know that you heard us here on the podcast.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be in the world. And the little bar that it's my whole train of thought. The little bar that the market is at, and you can look it up on Facebook. It's Misfit Market, North Carolina, and Misfit Market NC. I don't think it says North Carolina. I don't know. Use your fingers. Google it. Talk to it. I'm in my talk to text space. Like Google it is like, okay, Alexa, but I don't trust Alexa, so we got Alexa is literally unplugged from my wall, and the cord is separated from it. And because I don't trust it, that thing was coming on by itself, telling me shit. And this house I live in is haunted. Like it's
Yeah.
100 fucking years old. It's got to be haunted, regardless of my. What did I call it on the last step? What did I call it? My recent ancestors. My
Yeah.
first ancestor. You got first cousins, second cousins. I think that's what I said. My first ancestors, not only like that, but like this house is 100 fucking years old. And right, there is a lot of energy in this town. But this little bar, reel it in, reel it in, reel it in. This little bar does Misfit Markets every first Saturday of every month. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be there the first Saturday in April. Me. When I say we, I mean me and probably Sarah on FaceTime.
Yeah, real.
Because I don't go nowhere by myself. Well, me and my best friend probably will
Yeah.
if we can
That's so
babysitter.
exciting.
Yeah, we might have to get a babysitter.
Yeah.
We might, because me and her might can do it.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited for you.
y'all
I
see
think
this.
it's going to open a lot of really cool doors. And I really love and appreciate the, new audience and outreach to new places. I think that it really gives a new, highlight in the world of like what the crude hippie has been. And I'm excited for a lot of the paintings to have new homes.
You know what I really want?
Hmm.
To be honest, like I'm just seeing it like right now. And I'm looking at our to-do list that we made yesterday. Like if we ever have to rebrand the crew hippie or whatever we have to fucking do, like the merch that we sell could be how we because what is defuzz to us? We need to do a whole episode about that. But like
Yeah.
we've talked about it, like it's a safe space for creatives and like fill in the blank here. But like the taking it out into the world, taking it off the podcast, taking it IRL, like
Yeah.
going to the vendings and highlighting these small local businesses or local, like this vending event is like a couple local businesses. And it's like, the people out there just trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, like that type. I think it's called grassroots or something. Like being able to do that, I want to put a face on it, and I think it should be defuzz, not
Yeah.
unfiltered community, because defuzz. And when I say defuzz, I hope everybody knows this. Don't forget your shine. Defuzz is me and you. The
Yeah.
crude history is you. Unfiltered divinity is me. And then defuzz is us coming together literally across the country to do the same thing
Yeah.
the same time because we believe in that vision that much. And then it reminds me of like what I told you earlier about me and mom having vision meetings in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's on par with what we wanted to talk about today too. But I'm excited because I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm talking a lot because I'm real excited.
No,
But
I think
we
this is all important.
have a lot of shit on our checklist. And you genius, you graphic design genius, locked in the YouTube thumbnail
Uh-huh.
like literally an hour
I did
ago.
the
We
RSS feed. I was struggling so hard for months to figure out how to get us through the RSS feed onto YouTube Music and Apple Podcasts. And as of today, we're on both. So that's exciting because now we're on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Alexa, just all the things,
It feels so good to say streaming on all platforms.
right? I'm
It's
like,
like, hey, look,
finally.
I made it.
I was just like, okay, I'm determined. I'm gonna figure this out somehow. We're on iHeartRadio as well.
Oh, now they might invite us to a concert. Sponsor us, iHeartRadio,
Yeah,
Country
I'm just
Edition.
like, okay, we're available off Podbean. We have a website through that. You can check us out on all platforms or, listen to us through the Podbean app where you can see all of our past
Communicate for like
episodes.
tell us like what do y'all want to know? Like what do you want us to talk about? Like we have things to talk about, but the viewers' input is really important. So like don't be scared to not like comment. Like
Yeah, please
we read
comment.
comment we read the comments because we have a guideline and an outline for like where we want to take this in the general vision and mission. But there's other people in this collective that we're the spokespeople for, the projectors for, that you deserve a voice too. So just hit us up or whatever. Cause we
Yeah, let us
stream on
know.
platforms and we gonna be clocking them comments like, did they like it? Did they like it?
Well, not only that, but we plan on interviewing a lot of different people from different podcasts and different walks of life, and even like people who have just inspired us or helped us along our healing journey. Like, this is a platform for all of us. This is just the beginning. And honestly, this is just somewhere for us to really be who we know we're supposed to be. So, that's kind of what the purpose of this podcast is. And I really hope that it reaches all over the world because I know that we all deserve a place to feel like we're home, and understood.
Hmm. Yeah, if we're starting from the beginning, why don't we just start from the beginning?
Yeah, literally. I'm like, I'm just want
Literally.
to be raw and real that I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm just doing it. I'm inspired by other people who do it. And I've always wanted to be a motivational speaker. And I don't see any other way that this would work for me right now to reach, as far as I want to globally, just giving a message any other way. I always thought, oh, I want to do TED Talks, but here we are on all platforms, just yapping it up. You know what I mean? So by all means, listen to me yap.
And how grateful are we or How grateful are we? How grateful should we be? I don't know. How grateful I am to be like breaking curses with living ancestors, i.e., talking about my mom, and then being able to record that and have that not just for to have it for whatever, for whoever needs to hear those real, raw conversations like of true forgiveness. And shout out to my mama for real though,
Mhm.
because like, I don't know, there's a different peace in me, and we done been through some shit and said some shit like, no shade, the first person that abandoned me was her, but we worked through it. You know what I mean? And it's on a different level of healing, a different level of perspective. And I don't feel like enough from their generation wants to actually get on camera or recording and talk about it, because there's like shame or guilt, or what happens in our house stays in our house, or we recognize that it didn't happen, but we just not going to talk about it. You still got people saying that, but like I think our moms would like definitely with some coercion.
Yeah, I very much am excited to be able to bring my mom on here and talk about our experiences and healing the mother wound. And I think that it's really cool to be at this part of your life with you while you're healing the same things that I kind of walked that alone for a lot of years with trying to understand like why things happen the way they happen, or why she couldn't be there for me when I was younger in the way that I needed her to. But honestly, the last 5 or 6 years has been the best years that I've ever had in my whole existence of being on this earth with my mom, because I got to a point where I was like, I understand who you are and who you were, and I accept that. And I want to understand what you are going through when I went through this as a child. And when I was able to see, my mom was just my age, like what I have been, going through these things. She was young and she was figuring it out, and all of the things that she had to do or thought that she had to do to, get through the things. I don't resent her for anything that I've ever went through with her, even though we've had some wild stories.
Or like we're not gonna put our business on Front Street, but like just know, like down here in the country, we be like, we done called the law couple times. And but we done called the law, but we don't call the law no more, because we don't act like that no more. Me and my mama say we don't break dishes no more. We don't break shit that we done paid for. I'm not. That's dumb. That's stupid. We not doing that no more. But like you take
Like,
all the words out of my mouth, and then I don't know what to talk about.
literally, mom is the same way because I'm like, we're not going to react like that. We're going to talk it out like human beings. Like, if I have a problem with my mom now, me and her have full blown conversations. I can tell her my deepest, darkest thoughts of whatever, and I know she's going to hear me versus when I was young and I had the walls of resentment. Like, why won't you love me? Why do you do all these things? And it's like, people who are going through things themselves have a hard time of showing love in the way that you need it when you're a child. But as an adult, when we were able to be like, I get it, that's when everything changed. Because I mean, like, I would have never, if you would have told me 10 years ago that me and my mom would be as close as we are, like, neither one of us would have believed you. Like, we would have just laughed at you. You know what I mean? To have the bond that we do now that's very unbreakable, and I could tell her anything and she could tell me anything, and we could talk about what had happened in the past and have a real conversation of the hurt and everything that it was, and see both sides of the story. What was she going through at that time? What was I feeling? Like, what was she feeling? Like, what was everybody else feeling? And what was the dynamic at home or the environment? And when we can sit there and piece together, like, we were just two people trying to survive and like maybe didn't know the right healing mechanisms, or like, we just we weren't handling it properly. Like, now we can handle it. You know what I mean? And
And it was it's exactly what I went through with my kid today is like, and I'm currently healing with my mom while I'm trying to heal myself as a teen mom, not knowing what it is to be a mom, because I didn't know this. Like, I'm 30, I'll be 34 this year. I didn't know my mom had my oldest sister when she was 17. So my mom was a teen mom. And depending on how you look at it, that's a generational curse in certain families. But
Uh-huh.
it's a tradition in other families. Like, it's, it, it's based on circumstances. But for me, it seemed like a generational curse that the only way I could get out of the horrible living situation is if if I got a man, I had a baby, and then I just did the same thing for them that I had to do at home. Like, so it's based on different circumstances. I fell in love. Like, when I got pregnant with my kid, I was in love. Like, not even high school sweetheart. I'm like, I don't know this man 22 damn years. I've known this man my whole life. But, all the circumstances are different. Look at Teen Mom. Like, look at because I was pregnant when Teen Mom first came out. Shout out to like Kale Lowry, Caitlin, like all the Teen Moms. Like, I love the Teen Moms. I watched Teen Mom while I was pregnant and I loved it because there was representation,
We
right?
are so like the opposite spectrums, and I love this because you did that and I was the exact opposite. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I ain't becoming nobody baby mom. Like yeah, I'm dealing with this extra family shit. I'm not raising that baby by myself. And here you are, a strong, independent black woman over here saying, I got this shit.
Yeah, like there wasn't when you're younger, you think you can conquer the world, right?
Yeah.
And when I found out I was pregnant with Caden and I found out I was going to be a mom, like my trauma, like this is how different I was, right?
Hmm.
How fearless I was. Like if I think about becoming a mom now, my trauma instantly like pops up and I'm like, oh fuck, I cannot. I won't be able to. But when I was younger and I thought I was gonna be a mom, no diss to my mom, because it's my job in this generation when I create life to break certain patterns. I was like, I don't want to be like my mom. And I
Yeah.
just had a conversation with my mom. Like I literally looked in her beautiful, I can't even remember what color her eyes were, but I looked in her beautiful eyes and I was like, I'm in love with you. No homo.
Hmm.
I see her as a person.
Yeah.
I see her as an individual. I see her as an experience. Like
Yeah.
I see, like, oh
Oh, that
God.
gives me chills.
And like everybody who's like had started following me like the past like I don't know year is gonna come from me because I healed out loud and I was mad at my mama and I spoke my truth and I came home and she was like, I'm proud of you.
And they're like, I love you. Bitch, I ain't never gonna stop loving you,
Like,
bitch.
I love you, bitch. I ain't never gonna stop loving you,
I
bitch.
literally feel the same way. When I was able to just realize that my mom was a person and she wasn't just my mom, like she just wasn't this person that was just that hurt me or whatever. Like she's so much more than that. And she's such a beautiful person and she's so strong and resilient and she's overcome so much in her life
I'm
and
at
she's
work.
given it the best that she's ever, I could give it to her that she's always gave it her all. And she still does. And she's been through a lot and she's overcome a motorcycle accident that almost took her life. And she's just a rock star. You know what I mean? Like, I feel you. You're like,
That's what
me.
I tell people when my mom, like when I'm not fighting with my mom when cause I told you, like, I don't remember when I said, did I say it in this episode? We're in a, like, on again, off again relationship, me
Yeah.
and my parents. But I'm like, sometimes we're on, sometimes we're off. But like in the owns and when I'm like proud of my mom and I'm like proud of where I come from, my heritage, her experience, my experience, how we got to where we are now. I tell everybody, I was like, my mom's a retired musician. That's what she did. She followed her fucking dream and the resentment, like I was stuck. I was stagnant. I couldn't find a way out. even because I had a kid and I thought that that's what I was supposed to do, or that I had to choose, or that it would, no sometimes means not right now, or not with those people around you, or all these different circumstances to where you can self sabotage, or somebody can be a Judas in your camp. Come on, Holy Spirit. Sometimes you don't receive your blessings because of not because you're not worthy. Ooh, not because you're not worthy, but it's because of the people that you're around.
Oh,
People that
speak.
you're around.
Uh-huh.
It's not because you're not enough. It's because of where you're at. Sometimes you gotta move.
Yep, that's right where we're at right now. Like
Guess
that's
who, guess who fucking moved twice in February? This bitch. I've been following
bitch.
the Lord. I've been trust God for a year. See what happened in like May 20. Well, yesterday. Yesterday was the 3-year anniversary of my accident. I don't want to talk about that on this episode, but thank you, God, for keeping me alive. I appreciate that.
Me too. Thank
No,
you,
this is
Jesus.
there's a reason for everything, and I'm not saying everything happens for a reason, because you have to pay attention to the way that you say things. There's a reason for everything. Everything doesn't happen for a reason, but there is a reason for everything.
I really do think everything happens for a reason. It's so crazy that you say that, and we're honoring your anniversary of your survival too, because that literally was the day that everything changed and healed between me and my mom, because I had almost died in an accident and I wasn't talking to my mom. We didn't have any contact at all. Like we were on very bad terms. And she called me like right after I was released from the hospital and I threw up everywhere. I was just like, oh my God, I can't handle this right now. And it wasn't because of the stress of the accident, but it was like facing my biggest thing that had been hurting me. You know what I mean? Because it hurts not talking to your mom. It, it's different. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing like not like having beef with your parent and like that hole in your heart that like you think like, oh, I'm gonna be fine because I could just cut it off, but ultimately it's like no, it ain't done till it's done. And me and my mom that day decided, hey, we're done being stupid. Like we're done. Life is too short, and I don't want to spend my life being mad for something that I can't control. And it's been 5 years since that happened. And that's been the best thing that's ever happened to me is, you know, you have to meet people where they're at and you have to love people unconditionally and not try to change them. You know, I love my mom so much that I wanted to understand every aspect of who she was so that way we could heal. And then we've gone through some pretty personal things as a family that I won't mention here until
Yeah,
she's ready to talk about it because I do
yeah,
want her on here. But we will be able to speak to you guys about what really it was like to have to reparent your parent and show up and be the parent that your parent never had. And when you realize, like, hey, my parent was just doing whatever they knew how to do because that's how they were instilled. And when bad things happened to them, they were told not to speak about it. And maybe my mom didn't know how to show up for me when I was younger because nobody showed up for her. So me
yep.
being the adult that I am and showing up for her and being like, hey, you're safe. Like, you're good. There's nothing wrong with you. Like, I'm sorry that nobody did this for you before, but I will be the one to do this. And like standing on that. And my mom knows, like, hey, like, I got you. I got you more than anything in this world. And I would do that for my sister the same and my whole family. You know what I mean? Like, it's that I will show up for you in a way of unconditional love and understanding no matter what has happened or what we've gone through because that's what love is and that's what God would do and that's how God sees you through your hardest times in this life. And you know, that's really powerful to speak about because of somebody who literally wanted to die their whole life because of those wounds that I wasn't good enough or why doesn't she love me or whatever.
Yes, those. Do you remember? It's not funny, but I laugh just
It's
because
funny.
to keep me crying. But do you remember when the first time I moved in February and I was sitting on the couch and we had lit one of those Jesus candles I
Mhm.
had got from the little Puerto Rican shop.
Mhm.
Oh, and I just like, I wailed like my inner child needed to. And I was like, miss my mom. And I think we had prayed and like,
Mhm.
everything crumbled and whatever happened. And I remember calling my mom, and the first thing I said was, "Happy late birthday."
Mhm.
I started to tell her, what was going on. And she was like, "Do you need a place to stay?" And I was like, Yeah." So shout out to her and my aunt
Yeah, God bless them so much.
for, coming in and playing up to say hello again. But not for real though, but like, you, there's so much to unpack, so much to unpack. That's why I want to have my mom on here because we've been on this journey, like you said, you and your mom for 5 years. Me and my mom, we did the no contact. We did the I'm not doing this. I don't need you in my life. I'm a grown woman. Like, fuck you, whatever, like all the anger stuff. But now, like, dude, like, I'll eat my words because the words that my mama knows, like the words have been put out there publicly. Be careful what y'all put on the internet, man. It's already out there and I don't think she'll be mad. But did I ever tell you, did I ever tell you about the time my mom kicked me out and she put my shit on the side of the road and I had nowhere to put it. I couldn't come get it. And the smart ass Petty and me posted it. And I was like, if you know where this is at, y'all can pick up the free stuff because it was close to like a homeless shelter and stuff like that. It was like all my clothes. So like I donated to charity.
Oh my goodness, dude. No, I feel you. Cause like there's been some Facebook battles between me and my mom over the years too, before the healing happened. Cause
Yeah,
I'm like,
before the healing and after the healing, like dude. Um, but
oh my God. Dude,
we
yeah,
were
no.
completely different people. But you were saying something about like showing up. When people show up, you can look at it so many different perspectives or interpret that in so many different ways. Like when seeing them as they show up, not as their trauma or what they've been through. That's what I'm trying to teach my kid too. It's like, don't become the trauma. Don't become the chip on your shoulder. Like, I know you're mad. Or I know, like, I don't know a way to phrase it to not invalidate his feelings, but it's like, I know you're mad. I know you think you're mad, but you're really sad because of, and then just list A, B, C, and D. And it's hard to be a parent and have that conversation. Like, we talked about it for real. I was like, because there was some stuff about me. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like, not in a I'm the problem, oh, woe is me, but like acknowledgement. Like,
Mhm.
I want to do that before he turns 34. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do that for him until I can do that for myself.
Yes.
And the universe kind of spit me out and was like, here's what you wanted. This is what you need. Call
Mhm.
your mom. And that's literally what my daddy says. I call your mom. And not in a disrespectful way, like with the discernment. My daddy
Mhm.
wrestled for telling me that God told me to tell y'all. Like he had a moment
Mhm.
and in that moment, he had to listen to God. He was like, God told me to tell you, call your mama.
Mhm.
And like, no bullshit. Cause like, it's funny because growing up, it was always God telling my mama to call my daddy to pick my crazy ass up.
Mhm.
So she got like that was the balance of the karma. Like talk to your mom about it.
No, you needed to. And
That's
we'd
what
all
I
been feeling it
said.
forever. And then God kind of put you in your place by showing you, hey, you don't need to run no more, girlfriend. Like, you need to go call your mom. Like, stop running from your mom and just, like, say, hey. And it was so funny because I was sitting there with her and she's all, Mom, I've been trying to run into you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like I know where I like because you when you just so I pay attention to people. I'm very observant because I'm that like I don't know. I just
Everybody does that. Like, you know people's what they do. you know? So you're just like, hey, I'm going
I
to go to the
know
store that you hang
I
out.
knew what I knew what our routine was because it's kind of like with the eggs. Like
Hmm.
our, 'cause I don't, I like, so when you break up with somebody, you avoid places,
Hmm.
you know? So I wouldn't avoid these places, but I wouldn't go to the main one. I'd be like, so, okay, so there's only two Tractor Supplies in this county. I think if there's another one, please let me know. But I like there's a food line right beside that Tractor Supply, and sometimes I'd go to that food line and I'd like go down the dog food aisle because I needed dog food because I didn't have a dog. Like my mom was like, we would always take just trips to like to go get dog food or Dollar Generals, girl, Dollar Generals. Mama and her, we went on a trip this morning. She's like, we need to go to the Dollar. She don't even call Dollar General the Dollar General. She calls it the Red Bull store.
Yeah, I love the Red Bull store.
We need to go to the Red Bull store. I was like, let me go put on a bra.
Oh, I fucking love it, dude.
Like, I'm gonna send you in. I said, oh, thank you so much.
Literally, I feel you though.
But like, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I don't like, and I don't, I'm working in which God got me here, but that was
Sorry.
very traumatic. And I needed my mom. That was very traumatic. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Spiritual ass whooping. Like, I need, like, I'm hard headed and stubborn. That ain't gonna change. I'm an
Well,
Aries.
everybody's like that, and God puts you through it to see you through it. And sometimes you need the hard lessons, especially with the people that you love, in order to become your best self. And I mean, everybody has ups and downs and heartaches and hardships, but you have to work through it if you truly love people. And that's part of loving unconditionally is like just meeting people where they're at and like no harm, no foul, but like also not having too much pride to be like, I miss you and I need to be in your life. Cause like you only get one mom and you only get one dad and like you have to, you know, roll with it sometimes. Like they're not going to be here forever and it's important to learn as much about them and spend as much time with them and experience things and make memories while you can because it's not something that you'll ever get back. And for
But
me,
but it
huh?
has to be. I have to like reference. It has to be within like a safe distance of your healing, because sometimes
Yes.
the healing with your parents specifically, and it's not gender specific, has to be done separately, and
Yes.
that you think that separation period, like,
Boundaries are so important.
well, there's the cliche like absence makes the heart grow fonder. And I think like, I don't know, one day down the road we could like dissect that. But like you have to miss somebody in order to want to do the work to
Yes.
heal with somebody.
Well, yeah, and you have to have those hard times and those fucked up memories and all the bullshit in order to fucking really appreciate who somebody is. And I hate that it's like that, but like, you know, it's part of what builds your character too. It teaches you discernment and
Yeah.
what you don't want. And I think that's important too to have boundaries and be like, no, I can love you from afar. Like, there's nothing wrong with taking your time, but like doing it forever isn't necessary. That's my point. Is like, if both people are willing to work on where they meet, you know, meet in the middle, then sure. But if somebody's not good for you and really bad for your mental health and, you know, whatever needs to work on themselves, then by all means, take your break, you know?
But like I just like I don't want. And this ain't an open invitation for everybody to come to me all at once with their beef with me. But like on a real shit, I don't want anything unresolved with like my immediate connections with the outer world or people
Yeah,
I interact with, like my family, my
yeah,
friends. Like I don't want to beef with nobody because like I ain't coming back to hunt y'all unless I have to. I'm about to go chill for a little bit.
yeah,
Whatever that next step is in life, because everybody thinks that life is the beginning and death is the end, but they're just checkpoints. Great. they're just checkpoints. So like we're coming up, like I'm not saying I'm dying or anything, but we're coming up on a checkpoint. I'm calling it my midlife crisis or quarter life crisis. So like at 33, my Jesus year is wrapping up, and I'm like, okay, bruh. Almost how I look at my kid, I'm like, okay, 16 years, shit, I did it. And I'm like, to myself, I'm like, 33, okay, I did it. You know what I mean? So like,
Me too.
I want to be the mother to myself that I've been to my kid
Hmm.
better so that I can be a better mother to my kid.
Yeah.
But I have to learn how to be a mother from a mother that is learning to be a mother later on in life. So we all just learning to be,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
know, learning to be loved, learning to be loved. That's all it is.
Learning to love, loving to learn. Oh my God, that's a song. I have to send it to you. It's so funny. But literally, it is that. And it's so important and it's vital. And I feel like that's, you know, I think that's where like sisterhood comes into because like sharing your experiences with other women who have gone through things like you have, or like, it really helps you like reanalyze your life or like think about things from a bigger perspective. And like for me, there is no revenge. There's just like I just want to be better. You know what I mean? There's no hard feelings. I don't want beef with nobody. Anybody that like we had a falling out or you don't like me for whatever reason, like I still have love for you. I care about you. I hope that you do well, but like respectfully stay your distance. Like do you from over there, but like there's no hard feelings and there's never going to be hard feelings because I just don't fuck with you like that. You know what I mean? But
I don't have any get back in me. And it's not what it's not the spiritual path in which I've chose to
yeah,
practice right now for whatever reason. I'm still dissecting it, and it takes a lot of energy to be mad. It takes a lot of energy to be upset. It, it it takes just about the same amount of energy to observe and not react, but the toll that it takes on your mind, body, and spirit, and you just not let shit happen, but it's not personal, it's spiritual. That's who you are. Just not, I don't want that around me.
yeah,
You kind of grace through life, and you just, you worry about you, and you becomes, when you create life or when you're trying to extend, lineage or heritage, you become responsible for the generations after and before you in whatever aspect that is. So like I'm just focusing on like, a little bit of what's before me and what's ahead of me,
yeah,
because you got to go back before you go forward. And, you know, that's it. That's all that's the post.
yeah. That's how I feel about it too. I'm like ultimately the only thing that we can do is to love unconditionally and to just become better every day at whatever it is that you're doing for yourself. And it sets a better example for everybody in your life because everybody else will come together and have a different appreciation, for who you are and what you bring to the table and how far you have come in your relationships. But I think so much comes from healing that mother wound and understanding that your mom is just a person just like you, and we're all living this life for the first time, and nobody wants to walk this road feeling like you have let somebody down. So it's important to, have those hard conversations and to talk about the things that you know, have hurt you so that way you guys can find common ground and understand each other. And also that it is very important to have healthy boundaries and to let people know how you feel and where you're at and what you will tolerate for your existence and what you won't. Because if you don't establish that for yourself, then nobody else is going to honor that. So it's really important that you let people know where you're at and how it made you feel and what you think and, be an open ear for them. So thank you guys for tuning in with us once again. We really appreciate you and hope that you enjoyed this episode.
And if you haven't already, you know I love you. Spirit loves you. Go outside and